Hello, this is Dr. Srinivasappa G, Department of English, Government First Grade College, affiliated to Tumkur University, Karnataka. In this video session, I want to discuss about the second important character of the play, The Way of the World, written by William Congreve. In the previous class, we have discussed the character of Mirabel, and in this session, now I concentrate on the female character, Millamant. Millamant, you know that she is the uh, a significant character in the play. She is very pretty, charming, attractive, and intelligent. The character in the play. Millamant, as she is so beautiful and attractive and intelligent, she never did disclose her love openly to the Mirabel. She was the lover of Mirabel, and Mirabel loves her, and she too is loving. But her love is not so sentimental like other women. It is the very typical nature of the character Millamant. Millamant is so important character like Mirabel in the whole play because Mirabel is hunting and running after Millamant in order to get married. He started loving her to get married. So, Mirabel, as he is the protagonist of the play, the whole play is around him and he is around the Millamant. And Millamant is the niece of Lady Wishfort. Lady Wishfort, I told you, she is a very senior, the character in the whole play, about 55 years old, and he was a widow. And she had a daughter by name Mrs. Final, and she had a niece by name Millamant, and she was wealthy and a rich lady of the period, and she was very fashionable lady, and she is having many maids and servants and wards in the house. And Millamant has to get the consent uh, of the Lady Wishfort, and Mirabel to also get the consent of the Lady Wishfort to get marry her, because Millamant is a ward and niece of the Lady Wishfort, and she was brought up in the house of that is Lady Wishfort. Lady Wishfort is taking care of Millamant. Therefore, here Mirabel has to win the heart and mind of the Lady Wishfort. Therefore, he was trying and making some plans in order to get married Millamant. Therefore, here we never think of Mirabel without Millamant. Millamant around her Mirabel haunts and runs after. And the whole play and the plot it is around Mirabel. The very play begins with Mirabel, I told you, and it ends with him. As he is the protagonist and hero of the play, Millamant is the restoration heroine, a typical heroine of the that is Mr. Congreve that he has introduced well in the play, The Way of the World. Millamant is generally considered to be the most charming heroine in the restoration comedy. Keep remember, the most charming in the restoration comedy. And she was attracted by Hall, but loved by one, that is Mirabel. She is fitting partner antagonist to Mirabel. She was very fit, very strong, with her emotions and feelings. And intellectually too, she was so strong. She was very uh, good and a suitable, that is a match to the Mirabel, no doubt in that. She maintains the same self control to the very end of the previous scene. She maintained the same self control. She could not lose any kind of her control. She was keeping the self control. She could not openly express all her emotions and that her likes and dislikes. She was keeping those herself, and she was controlling herself uh, till the end of the play. That it is the fact that Mirabel could understand and is loving her, and he liked that nature too. That we come across in the that is dialogue that we see in the various scenes in the play. She too loves, but shows no sentiment. She is loving practically, no doubt as such, but it was not her sentimental love like other women. She is airy and teasing, light, beautiful, trans, that is tantalizing and infuriating uh, the girl, we say that. She is airy and she is teasing and she is light and beautiful and tantalizing and infuriating the nature, though these features she has in her mind. Mirabel is aware of her faults and comes to love them. The reader is aware of her faults and comes to love them too while reading and understanding and enjoying her character with typical restoration features. She is affected, coy, and arch, and we would have her no other way. She can be sweet and charming in her looking, in her nature, uh, but there can be acid and irony in her wit. There is a lot of wit we can find in the character throughout the play as well. Right. And now let us see that uh, how Millamant appears in the play, her appearance, physical appearance, and movement, and dialogues and interactions. Those let us observe in her character. Millamant appears significantly in 5 scenes. She could also appears in many other scenes, but significant scenes that we find are we noted 5. Her first appearance, her dialogue with Mrs. Marwood, her scene with Sir Wilful, the provis scene with Mirabel, and drunken scene immediately the following. These are the important scenes where she could appear beautifully and interacted well, and she shows her all intellectual and wit in her speech and dialogue with these scenes. That is well observed by the reader as well as the audience of the play. The first and the fourth are the most important for revealing her character. Millamant's first appearance is prepared to prepare for carefully. When she arrives, trailing her coat, that is mincing, the maid of the Millamant and the young Witwood, she automatically takes her center of the stage as if it is her right, and as indeed it is. The character is outlined in the passage about putting up one's hair. Prose would never do. Only poetry, the piece of that is fancy in mincing immediately abets her. Here she is revealed as the complete belle. She is affectation that is fully conscious of itself, and fancy that delights in its own appearance. She is completely sure of her feminine power, and Congreve has given her the lines to justify her assurance by writing such a valuable and qualitative dialogue to her with great wit and humor. The lines concerning suitors she frequently used and noted in the play are: one makes them, see that one makes them, one destroys them, one makes them, others are all pleasant. I repeat those that is concerning lines about suitors he used to use in the plays. One makes them, one destroys them, and one makes other are all pleasant. She knows her power, and she can laugh at herself just as she can tease Mirabel. That is what we can see in her character, in her appearance, so that we see that. And later we see that that is Millamant, as I told you, she was a very intelligent the character, intelligent and attractive lady. And there is wit in her speech and dialogue that we also find in her character. Let us see her intelligence in loving Millamant and keeping her love till the end of the play, and get the consent of her aunt, that is Lady Wishfort, and get married at the end. Till then, she keeps that with her self control. Within the limits, the world where she operates, she is intelligent. Her intelligence can be noticed throughout the play with all the characters and all the situations. She was maintaining that. She is very brilliant in her action and reactions and counteractions to the sequence. She sees through the forced false wit of young Whitwood's humor, and handles him gracefully and efficiently. A truce with your similitude and mincing stand between me and his wit are deft lines with which gives Whitwood precisely the attention he merits. Incidentally, they gracefully dispose of a small deer for Millamant's stalks more worthy game. She is shrewd enough to see through Mrs. Marwood. That Mirabel loves me is no more a secret than it is a secret that you discovered it to my aunt, rather than the reason why you discovered it is a secret. Above all, Millamant's character is a Millamant in love. Uh, Throughout, when we observe the character of Millamant from beginning to the end of the play, in her love making and everything, she is constantly that is moving as a lady who is loving that is Mirabel. She is always in love, though she is not showing that love in sentimental like other women. She and Mirabel are worthy partners. They both are the qualitative, and there is worth in their love and faith and confidence. Both were matched, no doubt in that. Such a wonderful that is lovers that were created by William Congreve in the play We Have the World. And they are making lot of plots and intrigues and scandals brilliantly and intelligently with the support of the that is Millamant to Mirabel. It is what we see throughout the play. She too will not admit her love to him. She herself immediately, like other women and silly women, she could not admit her love. For to do so would be to give one's a position of vantage in the game. It is the control of the skillful attention which overlays our love and through which it must operate that makes the previous scene so completely successful. This is how we could see the appearance and intelligence and that is self-controlled character and beautiful character and young character and charming character of the rhetorician that is lover which is created William Congreve, especially in the play that is the way of the world that therefore he is such an important character. Now in this session I have given gist of the I put just a light on the that is the character of Millamant, the heroine, rhetorician heroine of the play. And with this hints and gist, you are going to study the whole play and understand in different that is the dimensions or character while you watch the play and read the play thoroughly. Right now, I am going to that is complete this session with this few the character analysis of the that is Millamant in this session. Thank you for listening. Meet in the next session. Thank you very much.